We are here this afternoon after Minnesota State's victory over Minnesota Duluth in the homecoming football matchup. First off, we are here today with Coach Hoffner, Shane Zylstra, and Zach Robertson. First off, Coach, opening statements on the win today.
Well, what a tremendous day to cap off a lot of festivities for homecoming week. So proud of our student athletes and the passion and the pride that they displayed on that football field, wanting to go 1-0, and we're not going to be denied. Phenomenal start by the offense, tremendous follow-up by the defense. You know, I thought it was a very solid game from all three phases of the football game for us, offense, defense, and special teams. You know, Shane had a big-time day with numerous touchdowns, and Zach was our leading tackler. So they don't do it alone, and they'll be the first to tell you that they don't get to the end zone by themselves, and they don't make tackles by themselves if people don't do their jobs in front of them. So all in all, just a tremendous festive day and put a nice cap on a homecoming weekend.
Thank you, Coach, and we will open it up to questions to the media.
Coach, how nice is it to have a guy like Shane and a guy like Nate to be able to balance your offense?
Yeah, you know, we had some opportunities today to get the ball to either of them and kind of predicate a little bit on what Duluth was willing to give us. And unfortunately, their player on the first play stumbled, tripped, slipped. But, you know, I'll give credit to Shane for making sure that he was stepping on his toes and threatening the leverage and doing the things the right way so that he could be wide open. And I thought Ryan did a great job with the play fake. And then the line and the tight ends and everybody obviously did a fantastic job of blocking. But, you know, having weapons on offense is tremendous when you have two special players, probably a couple of the best players to ever play, you know, at Minnesota State on offense. And Zach is no different on defense. And so we have, you know, I'm a really good football coach when I have the best players. I mean, it's a pretty simple equation. So recruiting, a lot of these things have been done ahead of time, and we just, you know, ask our coaches to recruit and put our players in a position to make plays, and they shine today, obviously.
So Shane, what is it about Duluth that brings out the best in you?
Big time game, I guess. I don't know. It's just like he said, the coaches put me in a great position as well as other people in a great position to make plays, and I just had to capitalize on them.
Shane, are you surprised at all about how effective your offense was able to be today against them?
I wouldn't say I was surprised. I knew we had it in us. We haven't been able to click on offense like we would have liked. It's finally nice to open it up today like we have. I mean, we knew we were capable of it, but it just took us a little longer than we expected. So it's nice to see. You know, we have 24 hours to soak this one in. We'll get to the film and then make those corrections for the next game. So you can always be better.
Zach, they came in with a really strong passing game. What was the game plan to shut them down today?
Nothing really different for the week. We really focused all week on effort and fundamentals, and I think the defensive line got a great push up front, and I think that makes all the difference in the world.
When you're going against a team like Duluth, who's, you know, perennially one of the top teams in the conference, do you get a little extra jacked up for games like this than you do maybe against some other people?
You know, maybe a little. It's a rivalry game, and to go along with homecoming and stuff, I think everybody is really juiced, but I'd like to think we bring that kind of energy every week, or at least it feels like it.
To go off that same question, do you get more confidence coming off of a game like this, having beaten a rival and a very good team this badly? What does that give you now going into your next game and the rest of the season?
Obviously, yeah, it feels good to get a win like that, but our big mantra is going 1-0 every week, so the past is the past, and we got to dominate this week too. We got to have a great week of practice.
I'm not so fast to move forward. I want to take 24 hours to do it. That's a really good football team. Coach Weezy is a great football coach.
Yes.
They have great football players. It just snowballed on them. You know, they did a lot of things, you know, really well leading into this game. Winning 23 or 24 in a row is not an easy task, and these guys will tell you that everybody gives you their best. And today it just, you know, got out of hand a little bit early, and really proud of our offense, because I think they've been taking a little heat in the first 4 games, and for Joe Bashaner, our offensive coordinator, to respond and really do a nice job of mixing the run with the pass. In that first half, we went 5 of 6 drives for touchdowns of our first 6 possessions. So you can't ask for anything more, and just an exceptional, showing by our offensive coordinator. And Coach Glow and the defense too does a phenomenal job also, and the rest of the staff of, we shut them out for, for all intents and purposes about 50 minutes of the game, and they got a touchdown late. But we'd expect the guys that were in the game, even if they're backups, to do the job just like the starters do, and they deserve to play. And it was good to to see both teams put out all the players that made the journey for them to travel, and also all the players that were eligible for us to play. So it's a good thing to try and finish a game that way and give everybody an opportunity to shine on that game field.
Coach, was there something outside that you saw offensively that you liked? You liked your matchups with your big receivers out there?
Well, we have a lot of really good weapons, and it doesn't end with Shane. There's a lot of good targets for the quarterbacks to pick on, to throw the ball to. And so, but I think the O-line, they had a really good pass rush scheme and schematics, and for the most part, we didn't allow our quarterback to get peppered that much in the throwing game, which I think is really important. So you have to have time, and I think when you have time, when you have somebody like Shane and all the other receivers, giving them an opportunity to work one-on-one matchups is really important. And so they definitely won a lot of battles. I thought we fought really hard for the ball when it was in the air, and I thought we won a lot of those one-on-one matchups.
Shane, you almost had you had a career high, but it looked like you were going for it in the first quarter. What can you say about that start?
Our mantra this week was all gas, no brakes. We really took that personally on offense, like Coach Hoffner was alluding to earlier. We haven't played the best, and we know it, and so we just try to play with a little chip on our shoulder, and like you said, start fast, all gas.
You guys kind of made the wind a non-factor by getting off to that fast start.
Yeah, that was really, interesting, right? We scored, I think, 3 touchdowns going against the wind in that first quarter, and really impressive for us to move the ball against the wind. And then by the end of the game, it was coming from the other direction. So it was a very interesting day, to say the least, but the rain held off, and I thought the field was phenomenal. The staff at MSU and all the resources that were put into that field, along with our practice fields, to give us opportunities to play football without it being a quagmire and a really sloppy field. And I also want to give a shout out to all the support staff. I thought they really did a nice job, and especially our strength and conditioning coach. We taper things, we build up, we try and peak at certain points in time, and I thought we'd have been really tough to beat on a day like today against anybody that we would have played. So you can only peak once every week, and hopefully we can continue to do that the next 6 games, which hopefully will allow us to continue to compete for a championship. But we got to back it up, and we got to prepare 24 hours from now for Northern State.
Coach, does this say anything about the strength of the South versus the North?
Seeing some of the scores today, I'm not going to go there. I thought that some of the North teams won today, and it surprised me a little bit. So I don't want to say that one is better than the other. I think you're only as good as your next snap, and hopefully our guys are itching to play some really tough physical football, in Aberdeen, South Dakota.
Yeah, you don't win almost 2 dozen or whatever it was in a row without beating teams from the other side too.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. They're a great football team, and with the playoffs set up the way it is, it wouldn't shock me if they ran the table, and we ended up playing somebody within our conference if we can run the table too. So who knows, right? The new playoff format is not a great thing, but it is what it is, and that's what the NCAA has put in front of us. And we're a long ways from that, but it's hard not to look at that when you're sitting on top of the conference by yourself, and knowing that you can control your own destiny and be at home for sure, whether it's a bye or playing right away in that first round of the playoff.
Coach, what does it say about Nate when he's able to set that career rushing record with more than half a season left to go in his senior year?
Yeah, I if you really look at it, Jim, I think Nate has only played 2 seasons so far. He sat out for 4 games, in his first year here in 2017 due to an injury. And so, 5 games into this season, having sat out 4 of 2017, he basically had accomplished that goal in basically 2 seasons, albeit we did play 26 games in those 2 seasons, but that gives him ample opportunity to do something so special. And Nate is just a workhorse. He has a burning desire to win, just like both of these guys do. And I like our mindset of our team. But Nate is, he's a really special football player, and everybody who plays us knows that he's going to get the football, and it creates tremendous opportunities for people like Shane and the receiving corps on the perimeter. So the balance attack is something that's really important for us. But having Nate back there is, we're definitely going to miss him and all these other seniors when this season is over, and hopefully it never ends and we're playing in round 6.
All right. Again, congratulations on the win, Coach, and best of luck going forward.
Thank you.